Well, hello there, welcome back. You're still watching The Money Show with me on ET Now. Now, there are a plethora of funds available in the market to invest your hard-earned money in. But how do you assess which is the right fund for your portfolio? What are the criteria that one should look at? To help you navigate through this maze, we have with us Amol Joshi, the founder at Planned Rupee Investment Services. Also, do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number 865-797-4571 or email us your queries on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Good evening, Mr. Joshi. Thanks so much for joining us today. Let's start with all the queries straight up then. And the first one we have is coming from Wasim Ali. He says he has a discretionary income of 20,000 rupees per month. He's planning to invest it in mutual funds. He says he has an NPS Tier 1 account in which his and the government's contribution is deposited up to 15,000 rupees per month. Now he has a twofold goal, 20 lakh rupees in 10 years and 3 crore rupees in 25 years. His current age is 35 years. And at the time of retirement, he wants at least a corpus of 3 crore rupees. So please suggest him how he can allocate his income and where should he allocate it so as to achieve his goal.
Sure. So first up, Wasim, I would like to congratulate you for having an extremely long-term investment horizon of 10 years and even longer, 25 years. You have also given us your age, that is 35 years of age. And if you want to accumulate 3 crores kind of corpus in 25 years, I imagine this is for your retirement. So having a long-term investment horizon, we are going to talk about equity exposure into to be allocated into your investments. So let's take this one by one. I would say your 20,000 rupees of mutual fund SIP, if this grows at the rate of 12% CAGR, over 10 years, this will create a corpus of roughly about 44 to 45 lakh rupees. So you have the first financial goal that hits you in 10 years time, and you need 20 lakh rupees of investment for the same. So from this 45 lakh rupees, 20 lakh rupees you can consume for your first goal. Now what you are left with is 15 years of further horizon with 20,000 SIP and this remaining 25 lakh rupees of corpus. All of this, again, assuming that it is an equity portfolio and it compounds at the rate of 12% CAGR over next 15 years. That means at your age of 60, you'll be able to create a corpus of 2.3 crore rupees, another 2.3 crore rupees. Now let's come to your second asset class or financial asset that you have mentioned is you have NPS contribution going at the rate of about 15,000 rupee per month. Now NPS, there are multiple options of going completely into government bonds or corporate bonds or equity or a mix of all of these. Depending on the mix of assets that you choose in NPS, your return profile will differ. Assuming that you have a aggressive or moderate to aggressive kind of risk profile, meaning equity of 50% or more in your NPS scheme selection or choice selection, let's assume that equity component of NPS and the entire NPS as such grows at the rate of 10% CAGR over next 25 years. So your 15,000 rupees of NPS contribution itself will grow to 1.85 crore rupees in 25 years period of time. So previously 2.3 crores from mutual funds and 1.8 crores from NPS. I think you are very well on track to achieve your goal of 3 crore rupees 25 years later. Couple of quick pointers here. Let's cover the schemes. For 20,000 rupees of SIP, you can go to the allocation into large cap, mid cap, small cap separately. For 8,000 rupees, you can choose Nippon India large cap fund. And for 6,000 each, so two further SIPs of 6,000 each, Motilal Oswal mid cap and ICICI Prudential small cap. Last but not the least, between now to 60 years of age, your income, be it via job or be it via whatever profession that you are in, is going to grow. So if you further increase or top up the NPS contribution as well as your SIPs, then I think you will have much larger corpus which can be utilized for other financial goals, or you can simply call it wealth creation that you will be able to do given your equity allocation that we have suggested for you and your extremely long-term investment horizon.
Alright, Mr. Joshi, the next query is coming in from our viewer Harshit. He has a question. He says that for a lump sum mutual fund investment of 2 lakh rupees, is it a good time to invest now given the likely 20 to 30% correction prediction to come by at the end of the year in the small and mid-cap space. He has a time horizon of 5 to 7 years. His lump sum investment idea is 1 lakh rupees in equity savings funds and the remaining 1 lakh as a split of 30,000 in large and mid-cap, 40,000 rupees in flexi-cap and 15,000 each in mid and small-cap funds. So recommend to him what he can do. Kindly suggest the path that he should be taking going ahead.
Sure, we'll comment on both these aspects, but first the most important, let's call it elephant in the room. So Harshit, you think that there is likely to be a 20 to 30% correction. See, it is always good to have some kind of market view based on valuations, but what you are saying prediction. See, no market prediction if during COVID, when the entire world was in lockdown, including India as well, nobody would have predicted that Sensex from the lows of, or rather Nifty from the lows of 7,000, 7,500 will grow 3x in 3 to 4 years period of time. So the way market upside was unpredictable, similarly market downside is equally unpredictable. It's good to be prepared. So that's the first part. There may or may not be correction. And if it so happens, then the quantum may or may not be 20 to 30%. It could be more than that, it could be less than that. There is no way to know. So what is the second best thing that you can do? And I think this is where I would say that your first scheme selection, which is 50% of your 2 lakh rupees corpus, you want to allocate to equity saving fund. Now, equity saving fund, we know very well, most of the equity saving funds invest into equity anywhere between 15% to 35%, and remaining 65% is the component that goes into two asset classes, that is arbitrage component as well as debt component. So I would say that's a good idea, that if you think that market is overvalued, then going into equity savings will have some kind of cushioning effect in an event of the fall. But I have another suggestion to make. For remaining 1 lakh rupees, I think you are choosing large and mid cap, flexi cap, mid and small cap. So for remaining 1 lakh rupees, you have close to 5 categories you have shortlisted. I would say that this is not necessary, since you have equity saving fund which takes care of your conservative mutual fund holding. I would say you can simply go over here with a large and mid cap fund. This is a scheme category. Within that, you can choose HDFC large and mid cap fund, or you can simply go with a flexi cap fund in which you will get large, mid, small, all the asset allocations across the market capitalization spectrum.
All right, Mr. Joshi, that was the last query for the day. Thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us and helping our viewers with their portfolio queries. Viewers, with that, I'm afraid we're timed out on this edition of The Money Show. But do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number 865-797-4571, or you can also email us your queries on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. With that, viewers, it's a wrap on this edition. Thanks so much for watching.